All right, so here's something that's common to a lot of rapid e-learning courses built in PowerPoint. And that's that you'll bring in an image. So in this case, I brought in an image of my blog post. And what you're going to do is highlight information on that slide. So what I have here is I've got some shapes. So these are arrows and a couple of boxes. And then you can look over here. I have them animated to come in on click. So what would happen is I would record my narration and then I'd synchronize my animations to come in and then have a nice looking slide with these animations. The challenge with that is I actually have to build out these animations. So it presents a couple of time consumers. So one is building the animations, getting them aligned, all of that, making them look exactly right. And then the other is once I build the animations, what I found to be common in a lot of the courses that I've built is the subject matter expert or the client will say, you know, I also want a print version of that PowerPoint file. So you're building the e-learning course in PowerPoint, and then I want a print version that I can share. Now the print version can't have shapes like this on it. So in this case, this big arrow is covering up a lot of text. So what I have to do for the print version is I have to delete all of those shapes, or I have to hide them. Either way, it's going to create a lot of extra work. And if I have that over a series of slides, so say I have 30 or 40 slides and I have animations on them, I've got to go in there and clean up all those slides before I can make a print version. So in previous places, we always ran into where we were building an e-learning version of the PowerPoint and we were building a print version. Well, the annotations tool saves you a lot of that production time. So let's go ahead and look at that. So we'll go to Articulate, and we're going to go to the Add Annotations window here. And what that does is open up this consolidated record window. And from inside here, I can record my narration. And I can do all this on the fly. So I can record narration. I can synchronize any animations I have in my PowerPoint slide. And I can also add the annotations, which we see over here. I'm going to go ahead and go to the Add Annotations feature. And in here, I don't need to worry about recording over any previously recorded narration or narration I might have imported into my slides. And then I can just add annotations. And the annotations are all pretty basic. So I can add one at a time. Let's go ahead and select an arrow. So I can add one at a time, as you can see here. I can add multiple at a time. So we'll do the check mark. So we'll do this is a good spot, this is a good spot, and this is a good spot. So you can see how I have multiple annotations. I can clear them. But while I'm listening to my narration or recording my narration, I can do all of this on the fly. So if we replicated what we had in the PowerPoint file, I can point out some stuff here, and then we're going to do one at a time. Then I can point out some stuff here. I can point it out here. I can flip my arrow real quick. I can point it out here. I can choose a spotlight effect and say here's where you're going to subscribe. And so as you can see, I'm doing all that on the fly. I'm not building out my animations. And when I clear it, this is what my screen would look like if I print it. So I don't have the animation object sitting on top of my screen. So annotations are going to save you time because you can do all that stuff on the fly. They look great. You've got a lot of variety, as you can see, in arrows. You get check mark. You can modify your annotation effects, the animation style, and in this case we're looking at the spotlight, but if we went to the arrows, you can see you've got colors you can modify, you've got animation effects, and you've got different sizing that you can modify. And all of that's going to be able to save you time, and it's going to look really good when you're using them.